All right, so today I want to do two things. I want to test the battery life on this Game Gear with the Mcwill kit using an EverDrive flash cartridge and Eneloop Pro rechargeable batteries. I'm just curious. Also curious what this thing looks like on the inside. I haven't seen inside of this thing. I bought this already modded, and I'm taking someone's word for it that it was professionally done, fully recapped, and even that it's the Mcwill kit at all, because there are Chinese clones of the Mcwill kit. And so, honestly, who knows what's inside of here. I will say this thing is in amazing condition. It's just, like I said, the screen's aligned perfectly. It loads the cartridge every time you turn it on. But also, the membranes feel mint. This Game Gear is in really good shape as far as from the outside and how it feels to play. The volume, again, is really loud, so that's good. But anyways, let's pop this thing open and take a look inside. So as you can see, as I mentioned, in the video for the Mcwill kit, some components are removed. So right here, normally there's a large transformer, and that's the high voltage section for the fluorescent backlight tube. Fluorescent lights require a high voltage to ignite the gases inside of them, and that's not required anymore, so that all goes. But otherwise, it looks really good in here. It's definitely been recapped. Easy to tell looking at the power board. All the capacitors on the motherboard look really well done. To be honest, even better than the ones that I've done. And the soundboard, it's a little iffy. It's hard to tell if the capacitors were changed on there. If they were, they used surface mounts similar to the ones that were on there, which is definitely possible. And again, considering the volume is so loud on this, I'm assuming they've been changed. All the wiring looks really good. The soldering for all the small wires looks good. Some of these wires are soldered right to the side of tiny fuses and resistors on the motherboard, and again, some directly to the edge connector where the ribbon was permanently attached for the screen. That all looks really good. We can see the red PCB board. It's probably a genuine Mcwill kit, but again, I've heard there's Chinese clones. As for battery life, we'll have to wait and see. I'm still going right now, 2 hours and 53 minutes in, and it's still going. Actually longer than I thought. I was kind of expecting it was only going to go 2 hours. With that bright Mcwill, it's a very bright LCD. You can't adjust the brightness on mine. Again, on later revisions you can, but you can't on mine. And, EverDrive, having a flash cart in there. Flash carts do use a little bit more power than your average game cart, especially when you're flashing a game. I've played about 5 games, so I'm not just testing one game. I am flashing 5 or 6 games throughout the time we're doing the battery test. And I've also got the volume up, not full blast, but at pretty much mid-range, very audible volume level. And so that's how I'm testing it. These Eneloop Pros were recharged not last night, but the night before. So they're not fresh out of the charger, but they were charged just a few days ago. Anyways, so battery life, it seems to be a lot better than I expected. 4.5 hours in, it's still going. I'm expecting it's going to die any minute. I've already... like I said, I thought this thing was going to go for 2 hours. And, here we are, 4 hours and 56 minutes. Call that 5 hours. Amazing. That's got to be longer than a stock Game Gear. I've always thought a stock Game Gear was 3.5 hours. But this isn't something that I've ever seen advertised. I checked several websites that sell the Mcwill kit. none of them advertised improved battery life. And again, when I was looking it up, a lot of people were saying it was similar, maybe slightly better, but slightly better basically at best. I would say 3.5 hours to almost 5 is a fair improvement, if that's the case, but maybe I'm wrong on what the stock Game Gear did. I don't think it did 5 hours though.